Welcome back to Talk of the Town. You may have heard of Audio for the Arts. If not, we're going to share a little bit about the company and some changes that are underway. Right now I'm going to introduce you to Audrey Martinovich and Buzz Kemper, who are co-owners at Audio for the Arts. So glad to see you guys. How are you?
Great to be back, Jessa. Thank you.
So pleased to have you on set. And I want to chat a little bit about some of the changes, but first I want to talk a little bit about what you do. Now, this is a recording studio, and let's share with viewers at home what some of the benefits are to recording in your studio versus recording at home.
Well, home studios are a big deal now. It's very popular, and I think that each of them has their role. The home studio is really good for recording a rehearsal, evaluating your performance, figuring out whether or not you're ready for the real deal. Then when you want to release something to the public, that's when you want to bring in professionals, better gear, more experience, a nicer room, a recording environment where you don't hear the refrigerator kick on, that kind of thing. And that's what we provide. We provide the professionalism.
Oh, absolutely. And what a difference. You may recognize the voices that you're hearing today, actually, because they are on our station in other ways, other presence. Audrey, let's talk to you a little bit about your changing role, really, at Audio for the Arts. Share how your life has changed lately.
Yeah, well, over the years, I started off as an intern, and I've kind of worn a few different hats. Probably for the longest period of time, I was the main office manager, so I handled a lot of the bookkeeping and scheduling and things of that nature while doing some engineering, of course. My passion, though, lies with engineering, and recently I was presented with an opportunity to become not only one of the chief engineers, but also a co-owner of the studio, and that's been really exciting for me.
Talk about wearing many hats.
Yeah.
You know every role, from internship to engineering and now ownership. I love it. That's so exciting. Share with us about some of the clients that you work with at Audio for the Arts.
That's the funnest question to answer. I've got a couple of radio shows and podcasts that I'll be working on today, doing some voiceover for an insurance company. I'm working on a flute project. I've been working on a cello-related project, and in about a week, I think, we're going to be recording several shows for Comedy Central on location at a comedy club. So it's classical, it's rock, it's bluegrass, it's kind of everything. Voiceover, even audiobooks.
So you're not busy at all, is what you're saying?
No.
Just hanging out.
We hang,
your thumbs.
yeah. It's a lot of hanging out and drinking beer.
Sounds great. Boy, what a busy schedule. So let's chat a little bit more about the podcast. So you've recently produced a podcast that airs on 98.7 WVMO. Tell us about this. This has to be an interesting project.
It's fun. So we've been, for about 3 years now, we've been doing a show called Sunday Afternoon Live at the Chazen. It's a live concert series, and WVMO has begun broadcasting it. They give us a 2-hour time slot. The show rarely goes 2 hours. It will go maybe 90 minutes, 100 minutes, 110. So we have to fill out the rest, and we've been filling with local and regional music, that mostly stuff that we've recorded. And eventually I just went to the radio station and I said, we've got hundreds of hours of great material. Could you just kind of give me my own show and let us, And they foolishly said yes. Now, and they love it. We've had one on the air so far, and it's gone really well. So it's kind of fun. It sort of promotes the studio. But what we mainly want to do is promote these artists who oftentimes make a recording and then it never really gets heard outside of their circle.
I love that. Lesson learned. If you don't ask, it won't happen.
Exactly.
Comes to fruition. I think something I want to talk about before we go is, I can't imagine there's lots of fun experiences that you have in the studio with all the clients that you work with and everything that you do. We have just a few seconds left, but what's one of the most fun experiences you've had?
Recently, I just started doing some Foley and sound design for a feature-length horror movie.
Oh my gosh!
Which has been a lot of fun so far. It's kind of still under wraps, so I can't get into too much detail.
Details later.
Yes.
I'm really hoping that at some point she needs an evil laugh, because I've been working on it. Whoa! So I'm gonna
That's the perfect way to close the show. We're going to go out on the evil laugh.
With the
You guys
evil
are
laugh.
great. This is Buzz Kemper and Audrey Martinovich from Audio for the Arts. Thanks for being here.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Greatly appreciated. We're talking next about National Drug Take Back Day, so stay with us after the break.